As of this recording yesterday, a political conservative debater, YouTube influencer named Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And this one I'm kind of doing off the dome. It flies in the face of everything that I think our country and indeed our faith stands for. I am so sick and tired of the idea that differing ideas cannot worship together and come together as one community. And St. Paul agrees with me, and that's what I'm talking about this week. It did not feel right to use my high-energy intro that I normally used, given the subject matter of this video. So know that I go by the Mad Pastor. My name is Chris. I'm an ordained elder in the United Methodist Church. I am the pastor of Kindred UMC, a church in Orlando. Like, share, and subscribe, please. That will help support our efforts, as well as any financial contributions you would like to give will not only go to our bottom line, but will also help to support a ministry called Zoe Empowers, which helps young orphaned African communities to become entrepreneurs and support their community, as well as a second ministry called the United Methodist Children's Home in Florida, which is a foster care and beyond ministry. They're both worthy causes. Any support you can offer will be greatly appreciated. Thank you. So I am very upset with the rise of political violence in this country. We have seen 2 assassination attempts on our candidate for presidency. We have seen, obviously, this most recent assassination attempt. We've seen Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's house invaded and her husband assaulted. We've seen other more left-leaning governors and Congress members, their homes have been targeted. We've seen political violence and riots and citywide burning and crime sprees and looting, and we've seen a rise in political violence because people cannot tolerate the idea that someone else disagrees with them. So to offer a Christian perspective, I thought we might turn to the wise words of St. Paul. I literally just preached on a segment of scripture that precedes this last week, but let's read the rest of it because Paul continues to make a good point about the fact that we are one body and many members. So I'm reading from 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 14 through 22, and they sound like this. Indeed, the body does not consist of one member, but of many. If the foot would say, because I am not a hand, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less part of the body. And if the ear would say, because I am not an eye, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less a part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would the hearing be? If the whole body were hearing, where would the sense of smell be? But as it is, God arranged the members in the body, each one of them, as he chose. If all were a single member, where would the body be? As it is, there are many members, yet one body. And listen to this next part because I think this is where it really hits home for the recent events. The eye cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. On the contrary, the members of the body that seem to be weaker are indispensable. So it appears clear that someone decided that one of the members of the body was dispensable and took action into their own hands and fired a gun from far away, coward, and took the life of someone who basically made it their whole life's purpose to debate and talk to people who disagreed with him. And I find that action absolutely reprehensible. An eye cannot say to the foot, I have no need of you. It is a disrespect of God's divine order. And this is not the first time that we've seen political violence. Certainly, we've seen this in the 60s. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X were assassinated, the Kennedys. We've seen this before, but we kind of thought we had this issue under control, and now we've seen a rise in it. And I think that rise is correlated with a failure on our part to understand that the foot cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you. In the Methodist Church, we have recently seen a serious divide over whether or not homosexuality can be a part of a Christian lifestyle, whether a gay person can practice homosexuality and also faith at the same time. An entire group of people said, I have no need of you. Even though we disagree on that issue, I'm taking my bat and my ball and I'm running away. And I don't want to talk to you. And I don't care how much sense you might make. I'm not gonna listen to you. La 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 la. I don't want to have to contend with your ideas. And those people are cowards. Now, at the very least, they haven't taken to violence. So that's good. But we have certainly seen many violent acts against LGBTQ community. We've seen violent acts on behalf of trans people against conservative communities. This is insane, people. We cannot live like this. This is absolutely anti-Christ. This is anti-Christian. This is not the way we are supposed to be. If you cannot disagree with someone and worship with them, then you are the problem. You are saying to the foot, I have no need of you. Get out of my house of worship. We don't agree. It's fine to not agree. And I think maybe we should toughen up a little bit. Let's get some thicker skin. Let's learn how to get our feelings hurt and still love each other regardless. I'm worked up about this because free speech is the center of our democracy. The ability to share ideas, to risk offending each other and disagree is what leads us to truth. And that's true of politics and it's true of theology. And if you doubt that at all, just learn anything at all about the history of how the orthodox theology of the Christian church has been developed. We need to get thicker skin and we need to toughen up. And if somebody says something that you disagree with, then you have two choices. One of them is you can change your damn mind. Have you ever thought of that? You can change your mind. If somebody makes a better point than you can change your mind and be like, maybe I don't have the market cornered on what the truth is. The second thing is you can study harder and get smarter and learn more, and you can come back and try and change their mind. But if you take up a rifle or an axe or any act of violence for that matter, if you can't stand someone talking what they perceive to be the truth to you, and you resort to insults even, let alone violence, then change your mind. That is anti-Christian. It's not the way of things. We are called to a higher calling. We are called to a higher way of being community together. We are called to a higher grace. I invite everyone who hears this to join me in the prayers for not only the family and friends of Charlie Kirk, but also for our country, that we may relearn and reclaim through the grace of God the ability to find peaceful discourse and disagreement with one another by God. This sucks and I'm pissed. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen.